Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about the 3 states of matter. The 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. With these 3 states of matter, we're going to do 3 different experiments. 1 is the dancing raisins, 2 is oobleck, and 3 is the Pop Rocks with the balloon and the soda. Okay, we're going to see how these 3 states of matter are affected and how they are used in these different materials. My assistant will come and help me with our first experiment. Come on, Mila. All right, so this one is the dancing raisins. And I want to start off with a hypothesis or our guess. We're going to try to decide whether the raisins will sink or float. Okay, so we have our Sprite and we have our raisins. Okay, Mila will pour the Sprite into the glass. Good job. As you notice, there are plenty of bubbles. And the soda is full of carbon dioxide, so it's carbonated. So that means that we have the bubbles. That's where the bubbles are coming from. Okay. Then Mila will take our raisins and she will dump the raisins, drop them into the cup. Raisins have a coating on them, and this coating will help the raisins to do what they do. You'll see that in a minute.
Yeah, they will look like chocolate. They're squishy.
They're squishy. All right, drop them in one at a time. Keep going. Keep going. As you can see, as she's dropping them in, you got even more bubbles. Come on, Mila, put them in. Okay, so the raisins are sinking because they are more dense than the Sprite. So what do we mean by dense? Dense means heavy. When you think about a raisin in comparison to Sprite, the raisin is heavier, and it makes the raisin sink to the bottom. Okay, so if you notice, we have one that just decided to float. So he is floating right now. And he is floating because the gas is getting stuck to that surface that I told you guys about. I told you that raisins have a coating on them, and the gases are sticking to the coating and making the raisin rise, which is making it more buoyant or able to float. Very lightweight. We have another one that decided to pop up.
Yeah, they're about to squish.
And if you see at the bottom, they're kind of shifting around. You can see them trying to move. One went up and went back down again.
I think I can put one more left.
Okay, put another one in there.
And then get slower. I think he's floating around.
Yep, he's floating around. Yep.
What are you doing now?
They're moving at the bottom. Now, sometimes this process can take a while for all the raisins to begin to move, but you can see what the gases are doing to the raisins, making them jump up and down.
One every day like the raisins.
All right, so our next project is oobleck. Oobleck is going to represent the state of matter of liquid and a solid, okay? Oobleck is a combination of 2 ingredients, cornstarch and water, okay? We're gonna add a little touch of food coloring to make it more exciting. So what we're gonna do first is we're going to add our food coloring to the water, okay, Mila? So we're gonna drip a couple drips of food coloring into the water in that glass. squeeze it. Okay.
Now it's orange.
And then you're going to put a little bit of green. Squeeze it. Okay, that's good.
Now it's blue.
Now we're going to take the spoon. Can you mix that, please?
Mm-hmm. Now it's green.
Okay, so we have a greenish. I want it to look a little bit more lime. Maybe we might need to add a little bit more water and less coloring. Okay, so we have our water. Now we're going to take the cornstarch and pour it into the bowl. Can you hold this, please? And we're going to shake. As you can see, the consistency of the cornstarch is like a powder.
It's like powder.
It's like a powder. I think we got a little bit too much. We don't need that much.
I don't need that much too. I don't need that much with this red green color.
Okay.
Now I can put in the cup.
Right. Now we're going to take our water and we're going to slowly pour just a little bit of water into the cornstarch.
So it'll be good.
Okay. Now as we put the water in, we want to stir
Good.
this mixture so that
Looks like powder.
don't eat it, please.
I want
Here you go. Pour a little bit in. Need more. Now the good thing about when you're making oobleck, you can add more cornstarch and more water as needed, depending on
I want to mix it.
the consistency that you're going for. Now what I want you to remember that's very important about oobleck is that oobleck gives you the same results for a solid as a liquid. So at one point it appears to be a liquid, and then at another point it is a solid. And how is this, you ask? Well, the ingredients that are in cornstarch, and once you put water, gives you this effect.
Not me.
All right, now the camera is going to zoom in because I believe
Touch it.
we might be a little bit too, we got it a little bit too watery, okay?
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to add just a little bit more cornstarch so we can get that. See how thick it is when you try to stir it? But then it's also moving around like water.
That's right.
I like it.
Stop.
Let's put just a teeny tiny bit more. Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
I think we got it going now.
Yeah, I think we got it going.
Ooh.
That's loud.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what you should be able to do is, let me see, Mila.
Looks like powder.
You should be able to take this out, hold it in your hand, and it will.
It looks like Play-Doh.
Mm-hmm. Now you see how it's runny? And it kind of looks like water, like it's running down my hand. But then you can pick it up and it's solid. But then it just immediately just starts to ooze out. Look at how it's looking like water. But then
Mine looks like a little bit green.
it gets to be solid. So that's what oobleck does.
Like, it looks like Play-Doh.
Looks like water,
Oh, yeah.
but then when you touch it, it's a solid.
It looks like Play-Doh. Like
See? Solid.
Later when you make.
Hello, boys and girls. We're ready for our third experiment. This is the experiment with the Pop Rocks, the balloon, and the soda, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to see how the gases in the soda combined with Pop Rocks will make the balloon blow up, all right? So, step one, we have to take the balloon and attach it to the soda. Well, actually, let me go back. We want to put the Pop Rocks in the balloon, okay? So, I'm going to open up our Pop Rocks. And this is kind of tricky, so I'm going to do it. And Mila, I'll get you to help me hook the balloon to the soda.
Yeah, so it could go far away.
Okay, we're going to try to fill this up as much as possible. The more Pop Rocks, the better our
It's so
results will be.
It's good.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to clip the Pop Rocks off because I do not want the Pop Rocks to spill into the soda before I'm ready, okay? All right, now I'm going to open the soda.
That's not good.
And as you can see, the soda is already fizzing up. I'm going to take this balloon here and I'm going to attach it over the soda.
Yeah.
Now,
It's just
wait a minute.
It's just
I came outside because I wanted to shake the soda up because I wanted to get a little bit more, I guess, gas activated. So I'm going to shake my soda. And before I know it, I'm already getting a lot of gas. So as you can see, the balloon is blowing up. We also have some soda that's beginning to fill up in the balloon. It's a lot of action going on, but as you can see, our balloon is blowing up nicely. And we have a nice round balloon. We're getting this because, as I told you guys, the gases from the soda and the gases from the soda and the Pop Rocks are making the balloon blow up. In the name of science.
Yeah, it looks like you.
All right, boys and girls. Now I want to talk about some vocabulary. We did discuss several words during our experiment. One of the words was hypothesis. A hypothesis is pretty much just a guess. So before each experiment, we went through and we discussed what our guess was as to the end result of the experiment. All right, our next word is solid. So a solid is firm and stable in shape. It is also dense. This object right here is a solid. It's dense, it's thick in shape, it's completely full, it's a solid, okay? All right, now I want to talk about a liquid. I have right here, I have a bottle of water, okay? This is a liquid. A liquid is a substance that flows freely and it can completely take the shape of an object. Okay? Water is the liquid. Alright. Gas. I'm going to give you an example of gas by using this balloon because you can't see gas. And it's kind of hard to show you gas, but I can show you what gas does. So inside of everyone's body, there's a gas called carbon dioxide. And I'm going to use my carbon dioxide and I'm going to blow this balloon up using my gas. Gas takes the shape of any object. The object is the balloon. I'm going to blow it up. Gas. My next word is dense. So I showed you the object of this glass turtle. Well, this glass turtle is also dense because it's heavy and it's full. So this penny is also a great example of a dense object, okay? Compared to this water, the penny is dense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the penny in the water, and I want to see if it sinks or floats. If it's a dense object, it will sink. Let's see. The penny sunk straight to the bottom. Okay. Now the next word I want to talk about is buoyant, or having buoyancy. Buoyancy is the ability to float, okay? So that's something very lightweight and it can float, okay? Sometimes when you go to the beach or the pool, you put on a life jacket. The life jacket makes us buoyant so that we can float. It alleviates some of the weight from our body and it helps us float. Also, water itself can make us buoyant if we lay flat in a certain way, okay? So let's look at this rubber band. This rubber band is going to be our buoyant object. Let's see what happens. And it's floating on the top of the water. Okay, so those were our vocabulary words that went along with the experiment. All right, boys and girls, now I want to do a quick review about everything that we talked about with the 3 states of matter, okay? All right, question number 1. What are the 3 states of matter? Good job. The 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Next question. What made the balloon blow up? Good job. The balloon blew up because the soda was full of gases, and the gases inserted itself into the balloon, and the balloon blew up. Next question. What makes the raisins move and down? Great job. The raisins move up and down because there's a coating on the raisins, and the gas in the soda gets connected to the raisin, and the raisin bounces up and down. And also remember that we said that the raisin becomes buoyant, which means it's lightweight and it can float. Next question. Is oobleck a solid or a liquid? Great job. Remember, oobleck is a solid and a liquid. It can take both forms. So, we talked about the 3 states of matter, which is solid, liquid, and gas. And we did 3 great experiments. The dancing raisins, the Pop Rocks and the soda, and we made oobleck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and you can try this at home.